Hello YouTube, we're on the Real Programming channel about HTML and CSS, and I'm its host. My name is Andrei. I greet you, welcome on my channel. This is our 96th lesson, and we will talk about using more input types. Okay, let's go talk about this. Next we need to get the number of bags of coffee the customers wants to purchase, and they arrive by date. Both of these are input elements but rather than just using basic text inputs, we can be more specific about the exact type of content we want in these input elements by using the number type for the numbers of bags and the date type for the arrive by date. For the numbers of bags, we can get even more specific by specifying both a minimum and maximum numbers of bags allowed. Okay, this is our code. By using the number type and specifying the min and max number of bags, we can restrict the input to a value that works for use, as we don't want customers ordering more than 10 bags of one kind of coffee at a time. And by using the date type here, browsers that support this type will help out the customers by popping up a date picker control. You'll get an error message of if you try to enter more or less, that the allowed max or min. Now, if you try to enter more than 10 bags or fewer than one bag in browsers that support the number input type, you'll get an error message when you try to submit the form, indicating that the value you got entered is not correct. Adding the number and date input types. Go ahead and add the two new input elements to your form HTML file below the bean type input and above the ship to fields, and give your name new code a test drive. And we added the new code here. And remember that browsers may display this differently depending on which browser you're using. Try more than one browser. Turn the page to see the results of our test drive. Test drive and the number and date input elements. Here, what we entered into the form. Notice that the number input has up or down arrows, but the date control is just a text input in these browsers, Chrome. And here, what the bean mesh returns looks like. We ordered 5 bags of coffee. Completing the form, you're almost there. You got just 2 controls to add to the form: the extras control with 2 checkboxes and the customers comment control. You're really getting the hang of forms, so we're going to add them both at the same time. The extra sections consist of 2 checkboxes, one for a gift wrap and another to include a catalog. It looks like the include catalog option should be checked by default. The customer comments section is just a text area. Adding the checkboxes and text area, you know the drill. Look over the new HTML and add it to your HTML form. Okay, this is our code. Okay, maybe take yes, this. Okay, here we added number this that checkbox for each option. Notice that they share the same name, extras brackets, square brackets, but have different values. And we are using the checked attribute to specify that the catalog option should be checked by default. You can add the checked attribute to more than one checkbox. As with the radio out buttons, we put these labels to the right of that checkboxes. And here's the text area and the final form test drive. You save your changes, reload and check out the new form. Don't you think it's look quite nice? And here is our brand new checkboxes with the catalog checkboxes already checked. And a nice new text area as well. Here is what you get when you submit the server. The script has received all of the form data and on the full page and has incorporated it into the response page. See if you can locate all the form data you submitted. Buy sure and try out all the various combinations of setting this form, weight without gift wrap, with without a catalog, different coffees and so on, and see how it all works. Stop right there. Do you think I didn't see the way you slipped at the element name of extra square brackets? What's with those square brackets? You have to explain that. Believe it or not, extras square brackets is a perfectly valid name for a form element. But even if it's valid, it doesn't exactly look normal, does it? Here is the deal. From the perspective of HTML, this is normal form element name. It doesn't have any effect on the browser at all if it has square bracket in the name. So why did we use them? It turns out that the scripting language that the processor, the PHP server script is written in PHP likes a little hint that a form variable may have multiple values in it. The way you give it is this hint is to add square brackets on the end of the name. So, from the perspective of learning HTML, you can pretty much forget about all this, but you might just track this into the back of your mind in case you ever write a form that uses a PHP server script in the future. Be the browser exercise. Below you'll find an HTML form and the right data user entered into the form. Your job is to play like the browser and match each form element name with the values the user entered. After you've done the exercise, look at the end of the chapter in the next lesson to see if you matched up the form names with the values correctly. Okay, this is our code. Here is the form. And this is okay. 1 minute, please. And this is our continued. Okay, and here is the form filled out. The match each piece of form date with its form name and put your answers here. Extra credit. Okay. Now that we've got the form finished, can we talk about the method the browser uses to send this date to the server? We've been using most post, but you said there are other methods too. There are two primary methods the browser uses, post and get, and we will talk about this in the next lesson. And this concludes our lesson 96. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, please, put likes and share with friends. And comment. Don't remember, eat fruit, read more book on the topics, drink more water for the effective of our brains. and do exercise every evening after you done all the work. That's all. Thank you. Bye.